In today's fast-paced world, where love is often shaped by the glossy ideals of movies and social media, it's easy to lose sight of what true love really is. Beautifully simple. It doesn't demand pleading. It isn't born from forced efforts, and it's not a magical spark that ignites after a fleeting glance. True love blossoms when you value yourself, live authentically according to your own principles, and allow things to unfold naturally. The 10 principles outlined below aren't a formula to trap someone's heart, but a guide to finding peace in the journey of loving and being loved. Each one serves as a gentle reminder. Learn from rejection, embrace change, and subscribe to our channel to explore profound lessons about love and personal growth that help you live true to yourself, respect yourself, and let love be a companionship, not a chain. When you embrace these principles, you'll discover that love is no longer a struggle, but a beautiful gift that arrives effortlessly. # learning from rejection. On the path to love, rejection is inevitable. At first, it stings, leaving feelings of disappointment or even self-doubt. But viewed from a different angle, rejection isn't the end, it's an opportunity to better understand yourself. Rejection acts like a mirror, reflecting your true needs and boundaries. It forces you to pause, observe, and grow. Some, when rejected, try to cling harder, hoping persistence or effort will win love. But love born from begging or forcing is rarely sustainable. It's like grasping a handful of sand. The tighter you hold, the faster it slips away. A meaningful relationship thrives when both parties choose each other freely, with sincerity, not pressure. Consider Maria's story. 4 years, she bent over backward to please her boyfriend, hoping for appreciation. Yet, the more she sacrificed, the less she was valued. It was only after repeated rejections that Maria realized she needed to reconnect with herself. She started engaging in activities she loved, expanding her social circle, and learning new skills. This journey of self-care brought her inner joy, independent of anyone else's approval. Rejection, then, isn't failure, it's a message. It signals that someone isn't right for you. Instead of seeing it as the end, view it as a necessary detour guiding you toward the right path. Each rejection builds resilience, teaching you to let go of what isn't meant for you. More importantly, it reinforces that your worth doesn't depend on someone else's validation, but on how you treat yourself. Those who respect themselves don't settle for half-hearted love. They understand that being alone in peace is better than being with someone yet feeling empty. Rejection filters out toxic or insincere connections, teaching you that true love doesn't need to be begged for, it arrives naturally when you're ready and living true to your values. If you're facing rejection today, see it as a beginning, not an end. Instead of lingering in sorrow, use this moment to nurture your soul, grow, and prepare for a love that's truly worthy of you. Sometimes, losing someone is simply life's way of making room for something better. # embracing change. Life is a constant flow, and love is no exception. People evolve, circumstances shift, and love changes too. While change can bring joy, it can also spark fear, tempting us to cling to what's familiar. But change isn't the enemy of love, it's the soil where love grows stronger and deeper. In a relationship, both partners evolve over time. New experiences, career demands, family responsibilities, or health challenges can reshape how we see and act in the world. Clinging to how things were in the beginning often breeds conflict because people aren't meant to stay static. The key is to accept and adapt. When both partners approach change with openness, the relationship becomes more flexible and resilient. Picture a couple who were once passionately in love. As life gets busier with work, kids, or social obligations, they might long for the romance of their early days. If they only mourn that lost spark without adjusting to their new reality, they'll drift apart. But if they see change as a natural cycle, they can learn to love in a new way, less flashy, perhaps, but richer in companionship and shared purpose. Change also offers a chance to reinvent yourself. Maybe you weren't great at handling conflict before, but through challenges, you become calm-owned, more mature. Likewise, your partner deserves the freedom to grow in their own way. Accepting change means respecting both their journey and life's natural rhythm. Embracing change doesn't mean abandoning your principles or losing your identity. Instead, it's about clarifying what matters most and adapting where needed. You might learn to communicate with more patience or balance work and love more effectively. These small efforts strengthen a relationship, helping it not just survive, but thrive. The real danger isn't change itself, but refusing to face it. When you open your heart to it, change brings more opportunities than losses. It keeps love fresh, helps both partners grow, and turns the relationship into an ongoing journey of discovery. So instead of asking how to keep things as they were, ask how to love each other in this new chapter of life. When you see change as inevitable, your love becomes not just enduring but vibrant and ever-evolving. Valuing yourself. One of the biggest mistakes in love is putting someone else on a pedestal while forgetting your own worth. Many believe unconditional sacrifice will secure affection, but the opposite is true. Neglecting your value erodes self-respect and invites others to take you for granted. Valuing yourself is the foundation for a strong, balanced relationship. In a healthy relationship, love isn't a one-sided trait. It requires balance, giving and receiving, caring and freedom, closeness and personal space. If you're always chasing, seeking validation, love becomes dependency. But when you set boundaries, you send a clear message: I deserve the same respect I give you. This isn't selfishness, it's affirming your worth. Imagine a relationship where every decision revolves around the other person's wishes. You sacrifice hobbies, time, even dreams to please them. At first, they might feel cherished, but over time, both of you tire. You're drained from losing yourself, and they lose interest because you're no longer the vibrant person who first caught their eye. Valuing yourself means saying no when needed. If you're treated unfairly, speak up or walk away. A worthwhile relationship should help you grow, feel safe, and lift your spirit, not stifle your freedom. Subscribe to our channel for more insights on building lasting, fulfilling love. Love rooted in equality outlasts love built on endurance. Moreover, self-respect creates a natural magnetism. People who value themselves radiate confidence and strength, drawing others in without chasing attention. When you enter a relationship with this mindset, your partner naturally respects you more, knowing you won't tolerate being undervalued. Above all, love shouldn't be begged for. If you're constantly pleading or proving yourself to be loved, that's not true love. Genuine love flows naturally between two people who freely value each other. And that starts with valuing yourself. When you hold firm to your worth, love becomes a partnership where both lift each other up, not a painful dependency. Self-respect isn't just a choice, it's the cornerstone of deep, lasting, joyful love. Practicing gratitude doesn't require grand gestures. You can jot down a small note, expressing what you cherish about someone, and leave it for them to find in the morning. You can openly say what you're truly thankful for, rather than keeping it inside, or simply look into their eyes and smile after a long day. Why? These small acts are the invisible threads that bind two hearts, helping love weather any storm. Gratitude also shields relationships from indifference, the silent killer of many loves. When you regularly remind yourself why you chose that person and recall the moments you've shared, you're less likely to compare or take them for granted. Instead, you feel fortunate to have a partner, which inspires you to work harder to nurture that love. Without care, love withers, but gratitude is the fresh water that keeps it vibrant. Cherish what you have now. Don't wait until it's gone to realize its worth. Living with gratitude not only makes love last, but also becomes a source of strength, helping both partners grow and find happiness. In love, everyone craves understanding, Yet, ironically, we're often better at talking than listening. Many listen only to respond, not to truly grasp what the other person is sharing. This lack of listening creates distance in relationships, even when feelings remain. Learning to listen deeply is not just a skill but an art that nurtures love. Deep listening isn't merely staying quiet while the other speaks. It's being fully present. In that moment, put aside your phone, work, or wandering thoughts to focus entirely on your loved one. You listen not just with your ears, but with your eyes, heart, and empathy. When someone feels heard this way, they feel valued and safe, opening up even more. Many conflicts in love don't stem from huge issues, but from misunderstandings. For instance, when someone says, "I'm so tired," they often don't need a solution right away, just a hug or some understanding. If you rush to give advice, they might feel you're dismissing their emotions rather than caring about them. Deep listening means patiently letting them express their feelings before working on solutions together. A key part of this art is asking open-ended questions instead of asking, "Are you okay?" which often gets a vague reply. Try, "What's been weighing on you today?" Such questions show you genuinely want to understand, not just hear. They encourage deeper sharing, creating opportunities for connect. Deep listening also requires reining in your ego. When your partner expresses sadness or frustration, it's easy to get defensive with responses like, "I'm not like that," or "Why do you always think the worst?" These reactions shut down conversation. Instead, take a breath and see things from their perspective. A simple, "I can see how tough this must be for you, Carl," and diffuse tension. The beauty of heartfelt listening is that it fosters mutual understanding. A relationship built on listening and empathy is stronger than any promise. It creates a safe space where both can be themselves without fear of judgment. Love grows not just through trips or gifts, but through moments of truly hearing each other. Sometimes, one heartfelt listening session can transform a relationship. Deep down, what people crave isn't perfection, but the feeling of being heard and understood. In every relationship, communication is the bridge connecting two souls. Love can not thrive without honest conversations where both can share their hearts, dreams, and hidden fears. But communication in love isn't just about talking, it's the art of conveying messages with honesty and patience. Many couples drift apart not because they stop loving, but because they stop knowing how to talk to each other. One stays silent, the other misinterprets that silence negatively, and misunderstandings pile up. When open conversations fade, love gives way to doubt. Maintaining an honest channel of communication where you dare to speak your mind and are ready to listen is vital. Honest communication starts with truthfulness. If something bothers you, share it calmly instead of bottling it up until it explodes into conflict. For example, instead of accusing, "You're always so distant," try, "When you seem distracted, I feel a bit left out." This approach focuses on your feelings, making it easier for your partner to understand without feeling attacked. Effective communication, however, isn't just about words, it's about patience. Everyone expresses emotions at their own pace. Some need time to think before sharing, others speak instantly. If you rush or demand immediate answers, you might push them into defensiveness. Patience shows you respect their way of processing emotions. Active listening is another crucial aspect. It's not just staying quiet, but nodding, making eye contact, and sometimes repeating what they said to show you're engaged. For instance, if they say, "I'm so stressed at work," you could respond, "It sounds like you're really under pressure. Want to talk more about it?" This shows you're listening and encourages them to open up. Patience in communication also soothes tense moments. In arguments, it's not about winning but finding solutions. Focusing on being right can make your partner feel defeated. Waiting, lowering your tone, and choosing the right moment to talk turns conflicts into chances to understand each other better. Ultimately, Honest and patient communication fosters closeness. It lets you not only hear each other's words, but also touch deeper emotions. A relationship nurtured by sincerity and patience won't easily falter, as both feel safe being their true selves. Love based solely on emotions can fade over time, but with clear, honest, and patient communication, it becomes a strong bond that carries both through life's ups and downs. In love and life, one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself is self-belief. When you trust in your own worth and abilities, you no longer need constant validation from others to feel secure. Without confidence, you risk falling into a cycle of dependency, fearing abandonment or overreacting to small shifts in your partner's behavior. Self-belief doesn't come overnight. It's built step by step through experiences where you dare to try and even fail. Start by recognizing your strengths and weaknesses. Embracing what you're good at brings pride. Accepting your flaws makes you less harsh on yourself. Together, these create healthy confidence, not arrogance. In love, this self-belief keeps you steady through changes. If your partner seems less attentive one day, you won't immediately assume you're inadequate. Instead, you'll calmly assess the situation. Maybe they're busy, or perhaps you need to talk things through. This stability prevents small misunderstandings from shaking your relationship. Confident people also have a unique allure. You've likely noticed. Those who don't boast yet draw admiration, simply by being comfortable in their own skin. In love, self-belief means you don't beg for affection or overtry to be loved. Your love becomes natural, unforced, attracting healthier, lasting connections. Self-belief also protects you from toxic relationships. If you doubt your worth, you might tolerate disrespect or control out of fear of loneliness. But when you know you deserve respect and sincerity, you'll bravely walk away from unhealthy dynamics toward better paths. To nurture this belief, take small daily steps, celebrate minor achievements, reward your efforts, and affirm your value. Remind yourself you don't need to be perfect to be loved, just be you. This confidence becomes a pillar of strength in any situation. When you believe in yourself, love feels like a partnership, not a crutch. You and your partner see each other as complete individuals who choose to walk together, not as halves needing completion. That's the foundation of a lasting, joyful relationship. In the pursuit of love, many lose themselves trying to please others. They change their hobbies, hide their true opinions, or live up to their partner's expectations just to hold on. But such love often crumbles under the weight of pretense. The key to deep, lasting love is daring to live and love as your true self. This means being honest about your feelings, values, and identity. If you love quiet weekends reading, say so instead of forcing yourself to attend parties to please your partner. If you have personal dreams, pursue them rather than sacrificing them to prove devotion. Living authentically feels freeing and lays the foundation for a strong love. True love doesn't demand you become someone else. The right person will cherish your strengths, quirks, and even your little annoyances. They love you for you, not a role you play. Suppressing too much to be loved leads to exhaustion. Authenticity also brings inner freedom. When you're not afraid of rejection for being yourself, you enter relationships with confidence. If someone doesn't accept you, it just means they're not the right fit. This freedom lets you let go of unhealthy connections and embrace better ones. Living true to yourself also makes you more attractive. People who are confident, independent, and authentic radiate a natural charm. Your partner is drawn not to your perfection, but to your passion, personality, and growth. Love in this space is about companionship, not dependency. You don't need to please everyone to be loved. What matters is being content with yourself, and from that contentment, you'll attract genuine love. A beautiful relationship isn't about being identical or meeting every expectation. It's about both being authentic and choosing to stay connected. Ultimately, Living and loving as yourself leads to true happiness. When you're honest with yourself, the love you receive is sincere, unforced, and lasting, built on freedom, respect, and truth. We've explored 10 secrets to letting love come naturally, from embracing rejection and change to cultivating gratitude, building self-belief, and living authentically. These lessons apply not just to romantic love, but to all areas of life. The most important takeaway: true love never needs to be begged for. It arrives when you're brave enough to be yourself, value your worth, and embrace life's natural flow. If someone is meant for you, they'll come and stay, not out of obligation, but through connection. Live fully, love sincerely, and let love be a journey that makes you stronger, freer, and happier every day. Share our channel's content to spread the values of authentic love to everyone, because, in the end, the most beautiful love begins with loving and respecting yourself.